Student Police Force, currently known as SPC. Sravyam, a platform for visually challenged people can learn. Caring Nature, where the NSS volunteers convert plastic and scrap materials into valuable products. Rejuvenate and Savishkara. These are some significant initiatives of Christ College. Student activity groups, apart from NSS and NCC, we have CSA, Thavanish, and various clubs like Tourism Club, ED Club, Adventure Club, where students can join and develop their personality, communication skills, and a sense of commitment to humanity. Now, let's join for the prayer. Let me invite Pradiksha, NSS volunteer of Christ College, for the prayer.
മനസ്സു നന്നാവട്ടെ, മതമേതെങ്കിലുമാകട്ടെ, മാനവഹൃത്തിൻ ചില്ലയിലെല്ലാം മാൺപുകൾ വിടരട്ടെ. മനസ്സു നന്നാവട്ടെ, മതമേതെങ്കിലുമാകട്ടെ, മാനവഹൃത്തിൻ ചില്ലയിലെല്ലാം മാൺപുകൾ വിടരട്ടെ. മനസ്സു നന്നാവട്ടെ, സൗഹൃദ സിദ്ധികൾ പൂത്താൽ, സൗവർണാഭ പരന്നാൽ, സൗഹൃദ സിദ്ധികൾ പൂത്താൽ, സൗവർണാഭ പരന്നാൽ, സുരബില ജീവിത മാധുരി വിശ്വം സമസ്തമരുളുകയല്ലോ. മനസ്സു നന്നാവട്ടെ, മതമേതെങ്കിലുമാകട്ടെ, മാനവഹൃത്തിൻ ചില്ലയിലെല്ലാം മാൺപുകൾ വിടരട്ടെ. മനസ്സു നന്നാവട്ടെ, സത്യം ലക്ഷ്യമതാകട്ടെ, ധർമ്മം പാതയതാകട്ടെ, സത്യം ലക്ഷ്യമതാകട്ടെ, ധർമ്മം പാതയതാകട്ടെ, ഹൈന്ദവ ക്രൈസ്തവ ഇസ്ലാമികരുടെ കൈകളിലങ്ങീരട്ടെ. മനസ്സു നന്നാവട്ടെ, മതമേതെങ്കിലുമാകട്ടെ, മാനവഹൃത്തിൻ ചില്ലയിലെല്ലാം മാൺപുകൾ വിടരട്ടെ. മനസ്സു നന്നാവട്ടെ, മനസ്സു നന്നാവട്ടെ, മനസ്സു നന്നാവട്ടെ, മനസ്സു നന്നാവട്ടെ.
Ministry of Human Resource Development has launched the national program called Unnath Abhiyan with a vision to involve professional and higher educational institutions in development process of rural areas in our country to achieve sustainable development and better quality of life. After surveying the nearby villages, we are launching Product 1.0 solar dryer that would help the villagers to dry substances like nutmeg, coconut, chilies, onions, etc. Now, let me invite Dr. Arun Balakrishnan MP, UBA Coordinator, Christ College Irinjalakuda, for the welcome speech. Sir, please.
A very good morning to you all. I hope I am audible to you all. And I'm so happy this morning to address you all and to invite you all for this very prestigious event of Christ College here. We are glad as part of this Christ College for introducing this project and this product towards the community. And I have seen, I see a lot of my students are here, my teachers, principal, IQAC coordinator, all of them are here. Let me tell a story. Okay, let me tell a story. I know my students love. I tell my students love that I tell. Meghna, you have to mute. Meghna. Okay, sorry for the interruption. Uh, I know we all love stories. Let me tell you a story. There was a small girl, very energetic, enthusiastic in North India, who's fond of helping the underprivileged and working in the economically weaker society. Her project was this product, something called as solar dryer. And by introducing this product, she has got quite a number of very prestigious awards from the government, from the central government, and the government of Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh. She was a director of a school in Varanasi and served there for 2 years. And she has been working during this, especially during this pandemic, she has been working in villages in Uttarakhand in helping the rural women and the household women to make household products like pickles, chips, masks, and all this stuff during this pandemic so that they meet their end days meet. And I'm very happy to invite Dr. Manavi Ajit Singh today for this program here. She is the coordinator, all India level coordinator for the Unnath Abhiyan program. We have her in midst of her busy schedule. She has dropped in for a meeting here, and she'll be inaugurating the program and launching the product. So I wholeheartedly welcome you on behalf of Christ College, Dr. Manavi Ajit Singh, ma'am. Welcome you, ma'am. And for all the participants sitting here, Christ College has a very long tradition of producing. This is telling really from my bottom of my heart. Christ College really have a very big tradition of producing or making some of the best principals in Kerala here. Right from the day when Christ College was started in 1956, we had beautiful principals, really strong, self-motivated, built up spiritual fathers and priests who led this college to become one of the biggest institutions in South India as well as in whole India. So, many of you would have heard about this college, and maybe if I tell personally, maybe after Father Gabriel and Father Tekken, today we have with us our current principal, Reverend Dr. Jolie Andrew CMI. We welcome you, Father, for this program here. Father, welcome you. Then we have IQAC coordinator, Dr. Robinson PP, our college. He is our college IQAC coordinator, and we have Dr. Jiju P. Alex, who is the UBA coordinator for the Central Kerala region, who will be joining us in a short while. So I welcome Dr. Robinson PP and Dr. Jiju P. Alex for this program. And two more people to welcome. When we got this UBA program for Christ College, we were allotted 5 panchayats, and we selected 5 villages in these panchayats. And in 2 panchayats, as a sample, we conducted a survey, and social work students and the NSS volunteers has helped the college for conducting this survey. So we conducted a social survey on their social economic background and their skill development. All we conducted a survey, and we have 2 people from the villages, 2 important person. One is Miss Biji and the other one is Mr. Sudan. Biji is the ward councillor of ward number 6 of the Irinjalakuda municipality, and we have Mr. Sudan, who is the panchayat president of Padiyur Grama Panchayat. So I welcome Miss Biji and Dr. and Mr. Sudan for this program here. And I am able to see a lot of teachers are here, professors are here, UBA coordinators are here in this program, students are there, NSS students, NCC students, college, BCom students, CSA volunteers, Tavanish volunteers. We see a lot of volunteers coming here. It's a huge crowd. It's around 258 devices logged into the Zoom meeting here. So once again, I welcome you all on behalf of this Christ College. Have a great time of sharing, and you can please be free to talk to us at the end of the program. And if you have any idea in sharing of any of the products or any services which will be helpful for the community, please be free to contact us. And I welcome you all once again for this program here, and thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now let me invite our honorable principal, Dr. Reverend Dr. Jolly Andrew CMI, for the presidential address. Father, please.
Okay. Anila, I think you all can see and hear me. You can hear me and you can see me. Is it okay?
Yes, Father.
Okay, thank you. Thank
Yes,
you.
Father. Yes, Father. Yes, Father.
Dr. Manavi Ajit Singh, the All India Unnat Bharat Abhiyan coordinator from IIT Delhi, the UBA coordinator for the Central Kerala, Dr. Jiju P. Lex, Dr. Robinson PP, the IQSC coordinator, the testimonials that will be given by Ms. Biji, the ward number 6 from the councillor of Irinjalakuda, and Mr. Sudan, the Panchayat president of Padiyur, Dr. V.D. Joy, the research coordinator and the HOD of the Department of Physics, and who will be giving a lecture today about the solar dryer for farmers, Professor Saichit from the Department of the Social Work, the assistant coordinator of UBA, and Dr. Arun Balakrishnan MB, who is a man behind the UBA coordinator, UBA program of the Christ College Irinjalakuda, and their teachers, vice principals of the Christ College, deans of the Christ College, controller of examination, faculty members, teachers, non-teaching staff, students, volunteers of different associations which are associated with the Christ College Irinjalakuda. From the very outset, I extend my wholehearted appreciation and congratulation to the team that has been led by Dr. Arun Balakrishnan. And as a result of the strenuous efforts, they were able to conduct a survey in the neighboring villages that has been adjacent to this Christ College Irinjalakuda and have come forward with a product that will be useful to them. And the product which has been indigenously has been developed by Dr. V.T. Joy, the research coordinator and the HOD of the Department of the Chemistry. And this is the first product which we will be giving up to the community, the solar dryer. The main initiative of this UBA program is to look to the villages, see what is needed for them, and provide them, and make the educational institutions feel the need of the community and get to the community and go to the community and provide to the community. In that way, even in this particular scenario of COVID-19 pandemic, we are able to come forward. We are able to come forward with a, I would say, a very useful product that would be helpful for the farmer community, a solar dryer, which has been mentioned in the beginning by Anila Amira Matthew, which would have a lot many applications and which would be explained in later words by Dr. V.D. Joy. We are very thankful and helpful to Dr. Manavi Ajit Singh, who is the All India UBA coordinator, and the UBA coordinator for the Central Kerala, Dr. Jiju PLX, and not to mention about the IQSC coordinator, Dr. Robinson P, who played a very vital role as far as materializing this project has been concerned. The strenuous effort that has been put forward by our UBA coordinator, Dr. Arun Balakrishnan, and the helping hand that has been lended by the Department of Social Work. We have got we have got Sajid sir here, along with the NSS volunteers who also played a very crucial role in realizing this project. Christ College is really proud of you because today is a wonderful day where we are able to come forward with a with a product that would be useful for the farmers, to the neighboring communities, to the surroundings of this Christ College, which, as far as the UBA has been concerned, it visualized this coming forward of the educational institution to provide the need of the communities which are around us. So my Wholehearted sincere appreciation to you all. Finally, a word about Christ College, started in the year 1956 by Padma Bhushan. Father Gabriel has been established by Carmelites of Mary Immaculate, the CMI Fathers, who has its founder, Saint Kuriakos Elias Chavara, who himself was a man who was a visionary, who gave the visionary leadership to the then in the 18th century in the in the Kerala, who himself helped show always the education as a tool of empowerment and enlightenment. And having in that legacy of those saintly priests, we have been able to become one of the epicenters as far as the academic uh, progress has been concerned, the academic quality has been concerned, the research has been concerned, and also the social outreach programs has been also concerned. Now, I'm once again expressing my sincere congratulation and appreciation to our UBA team, especially that has been led by Dr. Arun Balakrishnan, for coming forward and launching this product Solar Dryer to the community. Have a wonderful day. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Father. Now for the inaugural speech and launching of the product, let me invite Dr. Manavi Ajit Singh, All India UBA Coordinator, IIT Delhi. Ma'am, please.
Thank you very much, Anelia. And I would like to express my gratitude towards Dr. Arun, who has invited me over here, and Father Andrew. So, in the proper guidance of our national coordinator of Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, that is Professor Virendra Kumar Vijay, and our co-coordinators, national co-coordinators, that are Professor Priyanka Kaushal and Professor Vivek Kumar. I being the project scientist over there and who is coordinating all India PIs of Unnat Bharat Abhiyan. And it's been very pleasure when I see that somebody who is launching the product which is direct connected to my research work, which I have dedicated my life like for more than 10 years, and still I'm making it for the community in the villages and different sections of the society. And still in the lockdown I made one solar dryer for the community, and I know what are the important factors that are associated with solar dryer. People might not know, many a times people just uh, take their stuff and make it dry in the direct sunlight. So direct sunlight is basically ruin the product, the nutrition level. We say that there are means you say that you have wheat or atta from which you make chapatis or something like that. So if you take that particular thing also, and if you have been making it dried in the direct sunlight, what will happen? It will take the nutrition level, because the moisture content should be retained in, some amount of moisture should be there in the material, in the product itself, in the product which you are drying. So not the all the moisture should be evaporated, but this is not very much aware by the people around. And in that scenario, in that respect, solar dryer becomes a very important factor, which can be made in the multiple ways, for which I know that our Christ College has used the direct type solar dryer, and it is for the family purpose, for the small scale purpose, and it can be used for the drying of the products like other type of products. You have pickles or papad or chips or something like that, it can be used. So all this stuff has brings me great pleasure when something technical happens in the village, and the villages gets benefit by the knowledge and purity of the college, who is coordinators, students who are taking their time off going to the village. Right now we have 2614 colleges associated with us and 14,000 plus villages associated with us, and one of the pride colleges, Christ College as well. And I'm very happy, very delighted to see that this product is being launched, as also this is my area of research, and also it is part of Unnat Bharat Abhiyan. And students having ethics, values, getting into something apart from their research, they are learning how to give back to the society what they have taken. So this is the morale, this is the enthusiasm level the students get, and I'm so happy to inaugurate, to launch, and you can say that it is my honor, my pride to be here in the Christ College to do so. Thank you so much. Thank you, Arun sir. Thank you, Father Andrew, and thank you, Anelia, for introducing and inviting me. Everybody, thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Now let me invite Dr. Jiju PLX, UBA Coordinator of Central Kerala, for felicitation. Sir, please.
Respected chairman of this function, Reverend Jolie Andrews, my dear friend Dr. Manavi Ajit Singh, who is the coordinator of UBA IIT Delhi, Dr. Robinson, and all other important and distinguished personalities who have been invited to this program, particularly Dr. V.T. Joy, head of the chemistry department, who has developed this product. So good morning to one and all. In fact, I'm so happy that I have been invited to felicitate this program. Christ College, Irinjalakuda is known for its rich legacy and its tradition for fostering so many co-curricular and extracurricular activities. I had been to that college twice as part of a few programs, and I know a few people over there. We have got very good license with some of the faculties who had worked there. So, in fact, as a representative of the premier agriculture research institution in the state, I'm so happy that this college, particularly the Department of Chemistry, has come forward with this innovation, which is going to have direct impact on the livelihoods of a considerable contingent of people in the rural areas in the panchayat that you have selected for your study. As far as I understand, as part of the UBA, once UBA was allotted to your college, you had conducted extensive surveys on various socio-economic characteristics of the people of two panchayats in your locality, and had made inferences as to how do they find livelihood options, and those inferences have now been transferred to an actionable program wherein research was involved, and one of their pressing needs has been squarely addressed by the scientists and students of your college. And I understand that this solar dryer is basically an output of the need-based research that you have undertaken. So in fact, coming to this innovation, we have been tapping solar energy as a source of renewable form of energy for quite some time, and the entire world is looking forward to sustainable sources of energy, which is going to run the entire world in the current millennia. And as outlined in the Sustainable Development Goals, we have to strengthen our research on alternate sources of energy. And the main source is going to be particularly solar energy, as we all know. And the entire world is now switching over to much more greener technologies, which is going to sustain humanity for longer, much longer than what we would expect us to live or exist. So in fact, any kind of research, large or small, in this field is a welcome thing. And being in agriculture, we are one community who have invested very extensively in research on alternate sources of energy and resource efficiency. In fact, the Agriculture University has got a host of such solar dryers from big to large to small, which can be used at the commercial level as well as at the individual level. And a lot of work is going on in this segment. So in fact, we are so interested to see that such activities are being undertaken as independent projects by colleges like this Irinjalakuda. So in fact, I would think that there is a probability that we can join together and we can enter into partnership programs wherein this research can be enhanced. And being the coordinator of the UBA activities in Central Kerala, Agriculture University has been fostering so many such initiatives across Central Kerala. So we have so many institutions coming up, particularly asking for our association in extending research and extension activities. So from that point of view, I would be all the more happy to associate with you as a UBA partner, as a UBA coordinator, and also as a link between the UBA National Coordination Unit and the individual units. So in fact, it is so important and relevant that the faculty members have initiated this research on alternate sources of energy, which need not be stopped at this moment, which can be carried forward substantially even afterwards, because this is, I would say, an undying area which is going to create lot many opportunities even further, and the need is not going to end at all. In fact, we are going to witness a time which would be requiring different types of such gadgets and such alternate energy sources in future. So serving the farming community, and particularly serving the rural folk, poor particularly, and enabling them to enhance the efficiency of their resource use is quite important. And I am so happy that you have initiated this program. I do not want to get into much more details. I look forward to further association with you. And UBA at the central team is also extending us wholehearted support in getting things done, not only as a participating institute, but as a coordinating institute as well. So I think we have only initiated these ties or linkages. We would like to strengthen these linkages, and whatever help that you would like to have from the scientific community of the Kerala Agriculture University in pursuing your activities further, I offer and extend that support to you. I'm so happy that I have been invited to felicitate this program. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Our Vice Principal, Dr. C.O. Joshi, sir, is here. Sir, please.
Good morning to one and all. Respected Principal of the College, Grandfather Dr. Jolly Andrews CMI, respected Professor Dr. Jiju P. Alex of Kerala Agriculture University, IQAC Coordinator, Anila, and all others. I'm very happy to extend my felicitation to this launching of a product 1.0 by that college in association with Unnath Barath Abhiyan, a central scheme wherein one of our faculty members, Dr. Viti Joy, is coming up with tapping the solar energy for the purpose of drying almost everything, and that too without spending even a single penny on electricity. So I am very happy that he is with this project for quite some time. And as Dr. Jiju Alex told us, we can have association with KAU and other institutions which are all having wonderful cooperation with us for a pretty long time. So I wish all the very best to this program and the furtherance of this activity by Dr. Joy and his team. Thanking you all, I conclude. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next, I invite Dr. Robinson PP, IQAC Coordinator of Christ College, Irinjalakuda, for the felicitation. Sir, please.
Respected Principal of the College, Reverend Dr. Jolly Andrews, UBA National Coordinator Dr. Manavi Ajit Singh, Dr. Jiju P. Alex, UBA Coordinator for Central Kerala, Dr. V.T. Joy, Head of the Department Chemistry, Dr. Arun Balakrishnan, UBA Christ College Coordinator, Ms. Biji, Ward Councillor in Irinjalakuda Municipality, and Assistant Professor Saijit NS, UBA Assistant Coordinator, who did a wonderful task of completing all the survey in the 5 villages, and my dear students. It gives me great pleasure to address this gathering on the occasion of launching of the solar dryers for farmers. This project of Unnath Abhiyan, the government of India, is instrumental in transferring technologies developed in the educational institutes to the rural India. It has been a tough time for the farmers in Kerala due to the flood in the last 2 years. Solar drying will enable them to make products more value added so that they can market their products in the finished state. At this juncture, I would like to thank whole UBA Delhi team who works behind this project. My heartfelt congratulations to UBA Christ College and Department of Chemistry for this attempt. Referring to the suggestion by Dr. Jiju P. Alex regarding the coordination with KAU, surely, sir, we are very interested to coordinate in certain projects. Some of the projects will be discussed with you very soon. Like one of the projects that we are very interested will be to make available the local vegetable seeds to the local farmers. There is a huge demand for the local vegetable, the native vegetable seeds. And now, on behalf of the Internal Quality Assurance Cell of Christ College, I extend all support and best wishes to this project. May this project help the farmers to be more self-sustained and self-reliant. Thank you. Over to you, Anila.
Thank you, sir. Next, let me invite Ms. Biji, Ward number 6 Councillor, Irinjalakuda Municipality, for the testimonials. Ma'am, please.
എല്ലാവർക്കും നമസ്കാരം. നമുക്ക് നമ്മുടെ ഈ കൊച്ചു കേരളത്തിൽ 2018 ഉണ്ടായ ഏറ്റവും വലിയ പ്രളയമാണ് നമ്മൾ നേരിട്ടത്. അതിനോടനുബന്ധിച്ച് നമ്മുടെ കേരളത്തിൻ്റെ ഒരു 80% വെള്ളത്തിൽ മുങ്ങിപ്പോയ ഒരവസ്ഥയാണ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നത്. നമ്മുടെ ഇരിഞ്ഞാലക്കുട നഗരസഭയിലും അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ഒരുപാട് ഭാഗത്തേക്ക് വെള്ളം കയറുകയും ഒരുപാട് നാശനഷ്ടങ്ങൾ സംഭവിക്കുകയും ചെയ്തതാണ്. അതിൽ ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതലായിട്ട് എന്നെ സംബന്ധിച്ചിടത്തോളം 6ാം വാർഡ് തന്നെയാണ് കൂടുതലായിട്ട് മുങ്ങിപ്പോയിരിക്കുന്നത്. വളരെയേറെ നാശനഷ്ടങ്ങൾ ആ ഭാഗത്ത് സംഭവിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അതിലേറ്റവും കൂടുതലായിട്ട് പ്രളയം ബാധിച്ചിരുന്നത് നമ്മുടെ പിച്ചമ്പള്ളിക്കോണം കോളനി എന്ന ഏരിയയാണ്. ആ ഏരിയ മൊത്തത്തിലാണ് മുങ്ങിപ്പോയത്. വീടുകൾ മുഴുവനായും മുങ്ങിപ്പോകുന്ന ഒരവസ്ഥയാണ് ഉണ്ടായിട്ടുള്ളത്. അതിനോടനുബന്ധിച്ച് തന്നെ നമുക്ക് ക്യാമ്പുകളും മറ്റ് ഇതൊക്കെ തുറക്കേണ്ടി വന്നു. ഒരുപാട് 2 ആഴ്ചയോളം നമുക്ക് ക്യാമ്പൊക്കെ സ്പെൻഡ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടി വന്നു. അതിനുശേഷം നമ്മുടെ ആ ഭാഗത്തേക്ക് ഒരുപാട് സംഘടനകൾ സർവേക്കായിട്ടും അതുപോലെ തന്നെ സഹായങ്ങൾ ചെയ്യാനായിട്ടും മുൻകൈ എടുത്തുകൊണ്ട് നമ്മുടെ ഭാഗത്തേക്ക് എത്തുകയുണ്ടായി. അതിൻ്റെ കൂടെ തന്നെ നമ്മുടെ ക്രൈസ്റ്റ് കോളേജിലെ വിദ്യാർത്ഥികളും അവിടുത്തെ അധ്യാപകരും കൂടെ സർവേ നടത്താനായിട്ട് എത്തിയിരുന്നു. വളരെ നല്ല രീതിയിലുള്ള സർവേയാണ് അവർ നടത്തിയിരുന്നത്. കുട്ടികളെല്ലാവരും കൂടെ വളരെ ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടി രാവിലെ വന്ന് ഒരു ഉച്ചവരെ എല്ലാ വീടുകളും കയറി ഇറങ്ങിക്കൊണ്ട് നല്ല രീതിയിലുള്ള പ്രവർത്തനം തന്നെയാണ് അവർക്ക് കാഴ്ചവെക്കാനായിട്ട് സാധിച്ചത്. അതിന് വളരെയധികം സന്തോഷമുണ്ട്. അപ്പം അതുമാത്രമല്ല, നമ്മുടെ വാർഡിലേക്ക് നഗരസഭയിൽ നിന്ന് നമ്മുടെ വാർഡിലേക്ക് ക്രൈസ്റ്റ് കോളേജിൽ നിന്ന് ഒരു ഡ്രയർ മെഷീൻ സമ്മാനമായിട്ട് നൽകുന്നു എന്നറിഞ്ഞതിൽ വളരെയധികം സന്തോഷമുണ്ട്. ഇങ്ങനെയൊരു ഉൽപ്പന്നം നമുക്ക് നൽകുന്നതിന് ഈ കോളേജിലെ അധികൃതരോട് നന്ദി അറിയിക്കുകയാണ്. എല്ലാവർക്കും ഒരുപാട് നന്ദി അറിയിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് നിർത്തട്ടെ. നന്ദി.
Thank you, ma'am. Now let me invite Dr. V.T. Joy, Head, Department of Chemistry, to talk on the topic solar dryer for farmers. Sir, please.
Friends, okay, friends, we are going to go into this lecture. We have the HOD of the Department of Chemistry, Dr. V.T. Joy, who is an innovator in the college as well as in Irinjalakuda place here, in this place, municipality. He was a pioneer in making during this pandemic, and when Corona struck in Kerala and all of India, he took initiative with the students of his department and made sanitizers and hand washers and gave as a gift to the health department and the police department and to a lot of social organizations to fight against this pandemic here. And we are so happy to have Dr. V.T. Joy with us. Now we'll be having a class, so I request you all to stay back, and at the end of this class we'll be posting a Google link in the chat so that you can fill up your forms and the certificates will be given to you. So we once again welcome Dr. V.T. Joy for this lecture. Sir, welcome you.
So, good morning, today topic of discussion is solar dryers, principle and applications. Myself, Dr. V.T. Joy, Assistant Professor and Head of the Department of Chemistry, Christ College, Irinjalakuda. At the outset, let me thank Dr. Arun Balakrishnan, Assistant Professor and also Coordinator of Unnath Barath Abhiyan, Christ College Unit, for giving me an opportunity to present a product, solar dryer, and also for giving me a chance to talk to you on this occasion. So first, let me give some idea what research is going on in our chemistry department. I am assisted by 5 students. The first one, Dr. Mrs. Molly PP, and then Mrs. Elsa PJ, Ms. Gina CB, Mrs. Ambuli Jacob. These last three students are writing their thesis, and Ms. Davy Davis joined last year only. Now, ongoing research in our laboratory. We have applied for 2 patents. The first one is a method for removing water from organic solvents. It's a very important innovation. Using this method, we can remove water from any organic solvents like ethyl alcohol, methanol, acetone, aromatic hydrocarbons, etc. As you know, when you distill an aqueous solution of ethanol, we usually get about 95% of ethanol and 5% of water. Removing this water is very difficult because in chemistry, we say it forms an azeotropic mixture. This mixture on distillation gives the components in the same proportion. So by normal methods, we cannot concentrate ethanol beyond 95%. So we have developed a very environmental friendly, cheap method for removing water from organic solvents. The second one is a method for capturing carbon dioxide from air and gas streams. As you know, the carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas, and removing carbon dioxide from the air is very important to reduce the greenhouse effect. And we hope our invention will be a great step towards this goal. Now, products, technologies developed in our laboratory. We have developed a natural hair dye which contain no synthetic chemicals, no PPD. Most of the dyes available today contain PPD, which is paraphenylate diamine. This is a potential carcinogen with many side effects. And in our dye, we use only plant-based materials with no allergic reactions. And it is very safe. It is very good for the skin, very good for the hairs. We will be soon launching this product. And next one is a carbon dioxide-free biogas plant. So that will be our next contribution to the farmers. And as you know, a biogas usually consists of about 60% of methane only and 40% of carbon dioxide. Because of the presence of carbon dioxide, biogas is not a clean fuel. We can say its efficiency is low because the 40% is carbon dioxide. If we remove this carbon dioxide from the biogas, then it will burn very cleanly and efficiency will increase. So we have developed a method to remove carbon dioxide from the biogas. And third one is we recently discovered a method for the bulk production of expanded graphite and graphene. And graphene has many technological applications, and we hope our invention will be a great step towards this goal. And fourth one is a method for room temperature drying of vegetables and agricultural products without fungi growth. This result is very, very important because when we dry vegetables and agricultural products in the room temperature, the chance of fungi growth is very, very high. So, but in our process, this is completely prevented. Fungi growth is completely prevented, and the quality of vegetables and agricultural products dried by this method is very, very high. Now, other technologies, products under development in our lab. One is an alkaline fuel cell, and second one is a rechargeable zinc battery. So, solar drying. Introduction. What is solar drying? Solar drying is one of the oldest methods where the products such as vegetables, fruits, seeds, fish, and meat are dried by exposing directly to the sun. This is a simple process of removing the moisture contents from a natural or industrial product in order to reach the standard specification. This method is economical on a large scale drying because of cheaper operating costs compared to the drying machine. The principle behind the solar drying. The principle behind solar drying is quite simple. Water evaporates when it is exposed to heat, so products like fruits and vegetables dry out when they lie directly in the sun. The natural drying or open drying is a method that has been practiced for thousands of years, but it has many disadvantages. The method is slow and a possible dust contamination, insect infestation, possible spoilage or loss due to unexpected rain, wind, animal attack, etc. Fungi growth. So this picture, this is copra, and as you all know, when the sunlight is not enough, then the chance of fungi growth is very high. So in this case, we can use a solar dryer. Why harvesting solar energy is very, very important. A major share of today's energy is generated by burning fossil fuels. Burning these fuels release carbon dioxide gas to the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas, and its increased levels in the atmosphere have contributed to global warming and climate change. Currently, the global average atmospheric carbon dioxide level are nearly 410 parts per million, and this level is higher than the level of carbon dioxide at any time in the past 8 lakh years, and it is high enough to cause a global warming of more than 2 degrees. Before industrial revolution, the level of carbon dioxide was only 280 ppm. Now it has increased to 410 ppm. So what are the consequences of global warming? The temperatures will continue to rise. Extreme weather events, more droughts, floods, and heat waves. In Kerala, we have suffered from two floods in the two consecutive years, and hurricanes will become stronger and more intense, and Arctic likely to become ice-free. Ice will melt, and this will cause sea level rise by 1 to 8 feet by 2100, and many low-lying countries will be submerged in water by 2100. Hence, reducing carbon dioxide concentration in the atmosphere has become one of the key environmental issues of our age, and it is very essential for the survival of mankind in this planet. Otherwise, we are going to face severe consequences today or tomorrow, or we already started experiencing many of the adverse effects of carbon dioxide concentration increase. According to the Paris Climate Accord set within the United Nations Convention on Climate Change, we must curb the global warming below 2 degrees to survive. To realize such a goal, we must remove about 18 billion tons of carbon dioxide released to the atmosphere every year. So we have to remove. We should stop emitting carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Not only that, we should also remove the carbon dioxide released to the atmosphere to survive. So we hope our invention for removing carbon dioxide from air and gas streams will be very important step towards this goal. And there are two types of energy resources: renewable energy resources and non-renewable energy resources. Renewable energy resources does not cause greenhouse effect, whereas non-renewable energy resources cause greenhouse effect. Renewable energy source is often referred as clean energy, comes from natural sources or processes that are constantly replenished. For example, sunlight or wind keep shining and blowing, even if their availability depends on time and weather. These energy resources does not increase the concentration of CO2 and hence does not cause greenhouse effect. On the other hand, non-renewable energy resources, there are four types: oil, natural gas, coal, etc. All these are collectively called fossil fuels. Burning these fuels release carbon dioxide to the atmosphere and cause enhanced greenhouse effect and global warming. The solar dryer technology. So our solar dryer technology will be an important step for using renewable energy source. As I told earlier, the solar energy is a renewable energy resource. So we must rely more on solar energy to reduce the greenhouse effect. It is an alternate method which can process the products in clean, safe, hygienic conditions and produce better quality and more nutritious foods. In general, a solar dryer can save energy and time. It also needs less area for spreading the product to dry, making the process more efficient. Advantages of solar drying. The rate of drying increase compared to other methods, and the food is enclosed in a dryer and therefore protected from dust, insects, birds, animals, and high temperature and fast drying reduces the risk of spoilage by microorganisms. The dryers are waterproof, therefore food does not need to be moved during the rainy season. A dryer can be constructed from locally available materials at a relatively low cost. Solar dryers last longer. A typical dryer can last 15 to 20 years and will need minimum maintenance. It is environmental friendly, does not use fossil fuels, but only uses sun's energy, which is available to all free of cost. And it also has simple operation. But it has also some limitations. It can be used during daytime when adequate amount of solar energy is present. It takes longer times compared to the modern type electric dryers. So we also always need a backup electric heating system for products requiring continuous drying. There are two different types of solar dryers. One is integrated solar dryers. In this type, the solar energy collection and drying take place in a single unit. What we have developed is integrated solar dryer, in which the solar energy collection and drying takes place in a single unit. And other type is distributed solar dryers. In this type, the solar energy collection and drying takes place in two different units, namely a flat plate air heater and a drying chamber. The flat plate heater can be placed on the roof of a building or on the ground or on the place where the sun's intensity is high. Air is heated in the flat plate heater, and with the help of a blower, the heated air gets circulated in the drying chamber. So the second one is presented here. This is the solar collector plate. The solar radiation falls on this, and it is well insulated box, and the air inside gets heated up. And using a fan, we blow this hot air into the drying chamber, where the material to be dried are kept in many trays. Now this is our solar dryer. How it works? Our solar dryer works based on the principle of greenhouse effect. Our solar dryer has a length of about 3 feet and width of about 2.5 feet and height of about 1.5 feet. And here the height is 0.75 feet. And it is made of galvanized sheets, iron sheets, aluminum frames, and silicon rubber gaskets. And it has a very long durability of about 15 to 20 years. So let us see what is a greenhouse. A greenhouse is a building with the glass walls and glass roofs. Greenhouses are used to grow plants such as tomatoes and flowers. The purpose of a greenhouse is to shield crops from excess cold or heat and unwanted pests. It is mainly used in Western countries where there is extreme cold climate, and some plants cannot survive in this extreme cold climate. So such plants are grown in greenhouses. How does a greenhouse work? Every greenhouse works on the principle called the greenhouse effect. The light passes, the visible light passes through the glass and enters the greenhouse. And this visible light is absorbed with the material, plants and other materials present inside the greenhouse. And this visible radiation is converted to infrared radiation or heat radiation. This heat radiation cannot pass through glass, so it is trapped inside. So inside a greenhouse, the visible radiation is converted to heat radiation. The darker the surface, more heat is generated. So if we have more black materials inside, more heat is generated. The visible radiation has a wavelength of 380 to 750 nanometers, whereas infrared radiation or heat radiation 760 to 1 million nanometers. 1 million nanometers. Here we can see this is visible light and it has short wavelength. It can pass through the glass. It can pass through the glass, but inside the greenhouse, it is converted to infrared radiation, just a long wavelength, and it is represented by the red waves. So this red waves cannot penetrate the glass, so it is trapped, or heat radiation is trapped inside the greenhouse. Now, how to control the temperature in a solar dryer? The temperature in a solar dryer is affected by the amount of sunshine and ventilation. Solar dryers are designed to harvest visible radiation, convert to heat radiation, and trap it. The temperature in a solar dryer can be controlled by opening the door or opening the vents in the wall. The temperature inside the solar dryer is found to be in the range 30 to 75 degrees. Now, heat storage in a solar dryer. The weight of a solar dryer is less than 10 kilograms, so it cannot store heat energy. Once there is no sun, then immediately it cools. So to increase the heat retention capacity, we have to use a thermal energy storage material. This thermal energy storage material is effective for continuously drying agriculture and food products at a steady state in the temperature range of 40 to 60 degrees. The heat storage materials utilized in these dryers can store energy during the sunshine hour and deliver the stored energy during off sunshine. When the temperature is high, these materials absorb heat energy and lowers the temperature. When the temperature is low, these materials release energy and hence the temperature does not go too low. So the amount of heat stored depends on the specific heat of the medium, temperature change, and amount of storage material. This is the amount of heat a substance can store. Here, M is the mass of the heat storage material, C is the heat capacity, and Ti is the initial temperature, and Tf is the final temperature. So the quantity of heat required to increase the temperature of a material have a weight of m kilogram and have a specific heat of C, AP, from a temperature, initial temperature Ti to Tf is given by this expression. In the next slide, let us see the heat storage capability of some materials. Rock has a density of 2560 and its specific heat is 879. And brick, its density is 1600 and its specific heat is 840. And concrete density is in the range 1900 to 2300 and the specific heat is 880. But water, for the density is low, it has a very high specific heat. It's an ideal material for heat storage.
Hello, Swati,
So
please mute your
the best
microphone.
method to store heat energy will be take water in a closed metal drum and keep inside a solar dryer. It has a disadvantage that it will occupy some space in the dryer, but still it will help us to have a constant temperature in the range of 40 to 60 degrees. What materials are used for making our solar dryers and what is its lifespan? We use aluminum frames, galvanized iron sheets, styrofoam insulation, silicone rubber gaskets, etc. And if properly maintained, it has a lifespan in the range of 15 to 25 years. Advantages of solar dryers. UV protection. UV protection of solar dryers maintains colors and nutrients of fruits and vegetables. Better quality product like a color, skin, taste, etc. Productivity increase in terms of labor, energy, cost saving, etc. No fuel used for heating and involves zero operational cost. Sunlight is a renewable energy resource, hence no carbon dioxide is emitted to the atmosphere. This helps to lower the greenhouse effect. Now, how to increase the amount of solar light falling on the dryer without significant increase in the cost? We can use reflective mirrors. So here we have used an additional mirror to reflect more light into the dryer. So this will increase the efficiency of a solar dryer. Now, the solar cookers. What are solar cookers? They typically cook food at temperatures between 90 to 200 degrees Celsius. They can often accommodate multiple pots and usually take between 1 and 3 hours to cook various foods. The sides and bottom are insulated to retain cooking heat. So this is a solar box cooker, and on the sides we have fixed 4 reflective mirrors. So all the solar energy in the falling in this area is focused into the solar box. And another one is parabolic solar cookers. And here this is a reflective mirror with the shape of parabola. And whatever light falls on this parabola, this light is focused on this spot. And here the temperature is 350 or higher, which allows them to be used for grilling and frying. These temperatures are significantly higher than that can be reached in a solar cooker or solar dryer that we have seen before. So this is a feature. I have already told you about the features of a solar cell. This is our solar cell. It has a length of about 3 feet, width of about 2.5 feet, and height is 1.5 feet, and height on the other side is only 0.75 meters. So there is a slope. And when there is water inside, it evaporates and it condenses on the glass and it reaches here. We have pasted a glass plate here, and all the water condenses here falls onto a half round pipe here, and it is coming through this exhaust pipe. So with that, let me conclude. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
മറ്റേ വിളിച്ചായിരുന്നോ ഇന്നലെ
വീഡിയോ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നില്ലേ?
കോച്ചിങ് ക്ലാസ് പറഞ്ഞു.
Thank you, sir, for the lecture. We were able to learn more about the solar dryer. Now let me invite Anna of second Easy BCom aided for the vote of thanks. Anna, please.
Good morning, all. Today, I'm here on behalf of Christ College to extend my sincere gratitude towards all who have gathered here for this function. First, I would like to thank our chief guest of the day, Dr. Manavi Ajit Singh, All India Coordinator, IIT Delhi, for inaugurating and launching the product, and also for spending your valuable time with us. Thank you, ma'am. Next, I would like to thank our support system of Christ College, Reverend Dr. Jolie Andrews CMI, Principal, Christ College, for extending your great support and also your valuable words. Thank you, Father. Now, I would like to thank and congratulate Dr. V.T. Joy, Head of Department of Chemistry, Christ College. Congratulations, sir, for this great achievement. And we hope you would elect a lot more products, which is helpful to abundance a lot of people around us. Once again, thank you, sir. Next, I would like to thank Dr. Jiju P. Alex, College of Kerala Horticulture, Kerala Agriculture, also UBA Coordinator for Central Kerala. Thank you so much, sir, for addressing and being a part of this occasion. Next, I would like to thank Dr. Robinson Sir PP, IQSC Coordinator, Christ College, for facilitating and also being with us. Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to thank Dr. C.O. Joshi, Vice Principal of Christ College and Head of Zoology Department, for being with us and also for sharing your valuable words. Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to thank Ms. Biji, Councillor of Irinjalakuda Municipality, for sharing your valuable words with us. Thank you, ma'am. Now, I would like to thank Dr. Arun Balakrishnan, UBA Coordinator, Christ College, for taking an initiative for conducting this program and also for inviting us. Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to thank all the UBA coordinators, teaching and non-teaching staffs for being a part of this occasion. Thank you all. Last but not least, I would like to thank all the students present here for being a part of this occasion and also making this occasion a great success. Once again, thank you and thank you all.
Thank you, Anna. The link to apply for the certificate is in the chat box. Please do check it out and fill the necessary information. Thank you all for attending this.